everyone, today I am going to review teaching the cue Leave It, what the benefits to teaching this cue are, and how we can go about it in a way that doesn't purposely set the dog up to practice the unwanted behavior of going for the food. Some benefits to teaching this behavior: I personally like to train a lot of behaviors on the ground with my dogs, and having a bowl of food or treats close by makes it very easy for me to give them treats during training, and I don't want them to just dive into that in the middle of our session. Holidays are coming up and plates of food are potentially left on counters and tables and things like that, and I don't want my dogs to think that anything is left out as theirs for the taking. Also, this can be a really life-saving cue, so if you drop something on the floor that is potentially harmful to your dog, you can give them the cue Leave It to stop them from ingesting that and save yourself a very expensive vet bill. In the next couple video clips, we're going to go over how to teach this to your dogs. Start by teaching this behavior with 2 small handfuls of food behind your back. Little by little, as your dog is maintaining the calm, relaxed position in front of you, you can move your hands into a more neutral position by your side. If your dog continues to maintain that position, start to move your hands slightly out in front of your body, and then little by little you're going to work your way down closer and closer to the ground. Now, Zeke and I have practiced this behavior a few times already, so you are more likely to spend the first 2 or 3 minutes in your first couple sessions just in that standing position. Don't try to rush it. We really want the dog to be successful here and not practice the behavior of going towards the food. When you're confident that your dog can maintain a stationary position while you're seated on the ground with them, you can start to lower your small handful of food closer and closer to the ground. I'm waiting for Zeke to offer me direct eye contact before marking and rewarding, but you could also accept just staying stationary as your criteria. The next step of teaching this behavior looks identical to the previous exercise, but this time we're going to put the food on the ground in front of the dog. Move your hands slightly away from the food at first. Mark and reward the moment your dog maintains the position or gives you direct eye contact, and give him the piece of food that you've set on the ground directly to his mouth. Another way to teach this behavior is by putting food in a bowl instead of holding it in your hand, and using a release cue like the word OK to allow your dog to get the food out of the bowl. One step at a time, you're lowering the food in the bowl lower and lower to the ground, just like you did with your hands in the previous exercises shown. Once your dog can maintain a stationary position as the bowl of food is lowered all the way to the ground, then you can start to ask for other behaviors while the bowl is sitting there. Okay. So as you see in the next repetition here, I put the food in the bowl, I lower it all the way to the ground, I stand straight up, and then I cue a sit behavior. Okay. And then I release the dog to get the food from the bowl. The more you practice this behavior and the better your dogs get at it, the more behaviors you can ask for when they have this distraction in the environment. Happy training!